Are you serious? Are you serious? We have a false prophet alert. Something I'm very careful about, extremely careful about. First of all, there's too many people who go around criticizing men and women in Christianity and in the body of Christ, going around constantly trying to find false prophets among God's people. It's a judgmental religious spirit, and it's not of the Lord. I can tell you that right now. If you've read the Sermon on the Mount, you'd already know that. But people obviously don't care what the Sermon on the Mount says. But there are going to be false prophets in the last days. And we have one. We have a who has cost 100 people their lives. It happened in the Congo. And I'm going to thank Nick of New York for this report. Before I read it and tell you who he was and who he is, let me tell you what Jesus said. In Matthew 24, as Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, in verse 3 it says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places." Now in Matthew 24:24, the Lord also said this as some more signs. He said, "For there shall arise false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." Now, let me take you to a story in the Congos. The death toll has now risen to 100. Paul Joseph Mukungubula tried to seize control of the airport, the military barracks, and the state television. I want to thank Nick of New York for this report. This man, Paul Joseph Mukungubula, declared himself a prophet. He said he called himself the prophet of the eternal, with a capital E. The prophet of the eternal. And he convinced some of these followers to try to overtake the government of Congo, causing 100 people to die. This is a very, very, very sad situation developing in the Congo. We'll keep an eye on it, but it is a false prophet alert. There's a lot going on this morning, so I'll be right back with more breaking news. And don't forget tonight's broadcast, New Year's Eve, powerful broadcast tonight. We will recap the prophecies and the events of the year 2013, and we will reveal the prophetic unction of the Spirit of the Lord for what is coming, what the Lord is revealing to us to look for to happen in the year 2014. Tonight's broadcast is from 9 o'clock Eastern to midnight and beyond. This is the Midnight Hour. I'll be right back.